The Artist Room podcast with Jess.
Hi, everyone. This is the Artist Room podcast where we speak on music, creativity, inspiration, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jess. And joining with me today is an independent music artist. He is an R&B singer that keeps you wanting more. This is the one and only Hakeem. How are you doing?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, but I did want to know, where are you from exactly?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
in North Carolina right now?
yeah, yeah.
Born and raised and everything?
Yeah. Well, I was born in Smithfield. I was raised in, Raleigh, but it's all in the same, damn in the same area. So, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into music? Like making your own?
Honestly, my mom, she wasn't a singer, or she didn't really do music herself. She just like sung around the house, and she had a friend named Sean, and he had a studio. It was the first studio I've ever went to. I think I was like 10 or 11. And
Mhm.
yeah, I've been just creating since then.
And like you more so wanted the R&B route.
Nah, I was actually rapping at first. I was rapping like hardcore rapping. I came up like off DMX, 50 Cent, Rough Rider, stuff like that, because that's what my mom used to listen to.
Mhm.
Outside of like, of course, Mary J. Blige, Monica Brandy, things like that. Like when she wanted to listen to rap music, she listened to like 50 and stuff like that. So DMX and all of those. So I kind of came up off of that. And I was just rapping. And then eventually I realized that R&B was kind of like something I enjoyed a lot, like more than I expected to, and I kind of just started going the melodic route.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
can see that. Um, I could definitely see that. And I love me a good R&B. So R&B is not dead. I will never claim that.
not at all, not at
Um,
all.
there's always more love to go around.
No,
So
for
for
sure.
sure. I did want to ask about your handle, just the lover boy. If you
Mhm.
can tell us, please, what is a lover boy or how these men should be?
Um, well, I can't really speak for other men. I just know how I am. I love love. You know what I'm saying? I love
Uh-huh.
to provide. I love to show up. I love to support, like especially my woman, my partner. You get what I'm saying? Like I just love being the backbone, and I've I haven't really experienced that, like, but I know like that's what I can give. So that's something that I'm trying to like convey. Like that's who I am as a person, and regardless of what I've been through, how people have treated me, how they've done me, that's just something that I still am going to push. Love. I'm never
Mm.
too cool for love. You know what I'm saying? I'm never too cool to show my lady off. I'm never too cool for any of that. And I know that's a trend to, you know what I'm saying, not be green or simp. You know what I mean? But that's me. You know what I'm saying? I love love, and that's just what
Mhm.
I be. So yeah.
Okay. I see that. That's a green flag, green flag. Um, and we need that. We need I mean, however somebody approaches, making their sound in R&B, whether if
Yeah.
it's toxic or, loving or confused or jaded, it's
Mhm.
like just going through that motion and being able to express that. And you never know who really needed that track, who
Yeah.
really needed to hear what you had to say, and you were brave enough to be vulnerable and put it out there. So
Sure. For sure.
I definitely get that. So, how is it that, I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I guess I'm going to ask more directly. How would you approach love and heartbreak or heartbreak or both?
As far as like dive a little deeper into that question. Like, what do you mean exactly? Like,
When it comes to like, I mean, some people don't think that love is an emotion. They say it's an action. When you see that happen for yourself, where you're noticing that that's how you're feeling,
yeah.
how would you go about it? Like, what basically what drives you or motivates you in that state.
Yeah.
And then it could go hand in hand, or it could be, opposite when it comes to like heartbreak. Like, how do you mend yourself?
I guess with love, like, just I'm not the okay, this is the thing when it comes to that. I'm not like a person that kind of expresses vocally that
Mhm,
that I like how I care for someone or how I love. I really do let my actions kind of lead the way. You know what I'm saying? Just waking
mhm,
up every morning and choosing that person and choosing to hear them out, listen, help them do whatever they need help with, or showing up in any way possible to show like, hey, you have my support. You know what I'm saying? You
mhm,
like I'm here to back you. Like I'm your number one fan. You get what I'm saying? So um that's my way of kind of like approaching love, because I think music is literally the only place where I can vocally say what I'm feeling. I can show up and do actions, but I can't really, it's hard for me to like speak that in person. So
mhm.
um heartbreak, which I've been through a lot. I don't know. I just my last heartbreak was like super super terrible, and I kind of that's I just kind of walked away. Like I disappeared, like once I found out what was going on with that person, and what was being done behind, in the dark. I kind of just left. Like I left, I changed my phone number, I dipped. I had moved to Mississippi for like 2 years, and I didn't say a word to like anybody. So it was something that I kind of just had to navigate on my own. And just at one point I blamed myself a lot, but I realized that whatever that person was dealing with was more so eternal. Like it probably didn't have anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm,
they didn't know how to show up for me. They loved me to their best ability. And yeah, it wasn't right, but maybe that's all that they knew how to do at the time. You get what I'm saying?
mhm.
So I kind of just accepted that for what it was and just worked on myself. And I had got to a point where I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to love again. But then I realized, like, bro, that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's not who you are at all. And you need to just, these things happen. Navigate through them and just continue to spread love and continue to show up. However you feel like you need to show up, continue to do that. But don't change. Don't change who you are for nobody. So
We're speaking with the more healed version than versus what could have been. Obviously, I wouldn't have known. Maybe
yeah,
this is how
yeah,
you always carried yourself. But I understand. We've all had our hearts broken before. If you haven't, you're lucky.
yeah,
Um, so I could definitely see that. And I think that is beautiful to still have that self-love and pick yourself up when someone,
yeah,
does what they do. I'm not sure. But no, yeah, and I think it can translate into your voice when it comes to your own music, which
for sure.
um I did want to ask, who would be your top 5 R&B artists?
Ooh, SZA is number one. She will always be number one.
Okay.
I definitely, I would say Kalani. Um, I love Tiana Taylor. She's so slept on. I love her so much though. Jasmine Sullivan, and I would have to go with Chris. I know it probably sounds so cliche, but Chris Brown is just the man. Like
No, yeah.
he's the man. So yeah,
I love how you mentioned all like female artists.
yeah,
We're really up there, thankfully. Well, I'm not a part of it,
yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Nah, for sure. I get what you're saying.
um
I feel like female, even in rap, females are dominating, and you know what I'm saying? I love to see it. I love to see it. So yeah, for sure.
yes, they're definitely doing their big one.
Yeah.
Doing their big one. Out of those top 5, well, you said SZA is your number 1, but who would be your dream collab out of the 5?
SZA.
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked. I'm like, let's just see, because sometimes.
Maybe Jasmine though. Jasmine
Uh-huh.
is definitely, she's definitely one of those ones for sure. Like vocal range, like she's top. But if I had to, if it was the very first like collab I had to do, it would definitely be SZA. I love her down. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Um, who inspired you to write Once Upon?
um, it was an old situation. It was an old situation. Actually, my ex, she inspired that song before things got really rough, and I guess I kind of seen who she really was. The puppy love stage was like, it was different for me. Like, she did teach me a lot. She showed me things. Like, my first time ever like traveling for real was with her. Like, getting my passport, doing all of these things I've never ever did. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
I was kind of in a state where I felt like I wasn't, like, she was too good for me. Like, I wasn't like the man she needed. So I kind of like, we parted ways. And then maybe after like a year or two, we came back. And this time I thought things was going to be amazing. Like, I wrote Once Upon before we actually got back together though. And then
Mhm.
I don't know where it went left, but it went left. And I was just like, okay. Like, I worked on myself, I got myself together, and I thought, she would appreciate it, and she didn't. So, yeah.
Mm, yeah, no, I can see that. When we have someone, we always like put them on a pedestal, and then when it's there, it's just like, oh, what happened?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay, like, I didn't expect this. So it threw me. But regardless to any of it, I still showed up for it because I felt like, okay, well, maybe it's just a rough patch. It's just right now. But once I really seen like, oh, you don't love me the way that I love you. And that's okay. Like, you know what I mean? That's okay. So I kind of just got to the
Mhm.
point where I just had to walk away. And it was one of the hardest decisions I've made. So yeah.
Mhm. No, yeah, I hear a lot of growth and self-love and self-respect, which is admirable,
Yeah.
really. So that's awesome. And then you can just always pour that back into yourself, even though it's like for some reason we're so willing to do it for someone else. When it comes to ourselves, it's like hard, but then over time it gets easier. Well, it's hard for those where it's like you're clinging to something that you know you can't have or something that doesn't work.
Yeah. I
But
just feel like people just don't want to take the time to like really just dive deep and really figure out who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's scary
uh-huh.
when you got to look in that mirror and really figure out like, hey, you're attracting the things that you are. That no one wants to. You don't want to look at that for real. But once you say, all right, I got to do this and go down that path, it gets easier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With that same release, you
Hmm.
also did a remix.
Hmm.
So for this remix, what was different?
Well, for me, not much was really different because I didn't really change like any verse. I didn't change anything on my behalf. Seti had reached out to me, great dude, great artist, and
Mhm.
was just like, hey, this is a record, like, I think I can jump on. And it happened randomly. It was in my Instagram comments. It's not even like he hit me up in a DM or anything. He just hit me in the comments like, send me this. I just want to get on it. I sent it to him like 48 hours later. He called me. We jump on FaceTime. He plays it for me. Then he goes, I think he went back to Atlanta or Miami, one of the two. He recut it and then he sent it to me. And I'm just like, all right, bet. So when you want to drop? And he was like, all right, let's drop it as soon as we possibly can. So we just threw it out there and it's just been doing well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel when someone's like, "Oh, like I love this song, like let me get on."
The crazy part about all of this is I had stopped doing music completely. And this time around was me just saying, all right, you know what, I'm gonna give it another shot. So when I dropped, I think the first record I dropped starting again was probably in December or a little bit before that, maybe. So everything happening the way it's happening is just like mind blowing because it's like just months ago I was just deciding like, all right, this ain't for me no more, and then here I am, and everything is just going the way it's supposed to go. So it's shocking. It's super shocking. I can't even lie. So I'm excited though. I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm happy. So I'm just looking forward to see where things go.
Okay. What made you feel like this isn't for me?
I just feel like everything that I've experienced with music, because it's like I've had like two deals, um, and I've came across people that I felt were genuine, and then once it came down to it, I seen like, okay, well, this is just an opportunity for you. You know what I mean? It's not like it's any brotherhood. It's not like it's a family dynamic. It's just business. And a lot of people did me wrong. And I was naive. I can't sit here and make it seem like it was just them. I should have been a little bit more into the things that I was getting myself into, like
Mhm.
researching and just having that education on certain things. And I fell short in certain areas, and I just gave up on it. I'm like, all right, cool, here I am, just a genuine person thinking that these people care, and they don't. And I got screwed over a few times. So then my mom had got sick. It was just so much going on, and I was just like, yeah, I gotta, let me just let this go. Yeah, she started getting better, and i had a couple of um I had a couple of friends at the time was like, bro, just give it another chance, just give it one more shot. And
Mhm.
now we're here. So
Okay. Mom's is getting better. Friends are
yeah.
supportive. That's
You know what I
awesome.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
it's a great situation.
Yes. I'm glad that things got better because I could
Appreciate
definitely understand those are valid the time to do what you need to do for sure. And yeah, I my thing is people shouldn't be doing people wrong in the first place. Like
you know what I mean?
naive would be naive if you wasn't doing
Yeah.
stuff to people. So, but things are looking up as they will and always will. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited that
Good.
you're getting in that mode. You're seeing the progress
Mhm.
that you want to see, whatever that may look like for you, if you want to explain. But what is next for you in this year, 2026, musically or creatively?
So right now we just kind of just I'm just creating new music every day. We're not really necessarily rushing a project, but we definitely have one in mind. So no hard date on that just yet. But for the most part, just creating, meeting people, just kind of having discernment on who's genuine, who's not, so I can make sure I'm putting myself in correct situations. I got management now, which they have been amazing, amazing,
Mhm.
amazing. So that's pretty much it. Just connecting with people, just creating and connecting, and letting God lead the way.
Okay, that's awesome. Yes, I can second that. They're amazing as well, your management. Um, I guess to end all of this off, I always ask what are three things that you are grateful for?
Mm. Uh, I want to say I'm just grateful to be able. And I think that's things that we take for granted. Just being able to get up, to be able to run, walk, talk, write. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful for being able. I'm grateful for my mom's health, and she is doing amazing right now.
That's
And
awesome.
um, I'm grateful that I'm able to finally see my self worth. I'm able to show up for myself because I know if I'm showing up for myself the right way, then I can show up for all of those that I love and I care for. So most
Okay,
definitely.
that's great. I love it. Thank you so much, Hakeem.
All right,
Um,
no problem.
and thank you all for listening. Make sure you go ahead, download, and stream Once Upon.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Let them know where they can follow you on social media.
Everything is just a lover boy. JUSTALUVRBO, and it's 4 Ys. On every platform. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm gonna type it too. So
yeah.
don't worry. So please make sure y'all show him some love. He's releasing music. We don't have a hard date, but eventually.
We
But
do
he
have
already
another
has.
single. We do have another single. My bad, meaning to cut you off. March
Okay.
13th. March 13th, we got a new single coming out. So yeah, we on the way.
Okay. So March 13th, he was holding out on us. He
Yeah.
was. But now we got a date. So March 13th. So the way you're gonna know is by following him. So make sure y'all follow him. And don't forget to follow me,
For sure.
Jess. with the Artist Room podcast, but social media, you will find me as Where's Jess, which is WHERSJESS. And that will also be typed on the screen. So
Gotcha.
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Make sure you comment who you want to see featured next. And thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much, Hakeem. I hope you have a great day.
Appreciate you. Thank you too.